he's a dominant player. He's been that way his whole career. Obviously, he was a #1 pick and has been successful at that. Made a lot of money in the league because he's a great player. So,
are you dreaming of ways that you're going to use them, or
Yeah, I mean, we matchups are key in this. I mean, that's the difference in this league really than college football is the matchups. You know, you want to match up. And the better people you have, you don't have to worry about matchups as much sometimes when you got really good players. So he matches up with anybody. So, and if there is a weakness, you got a chance to attack those things.
Okay. So with him seeing fewer double teams, how much more of an impact do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, I think it helps everybody. So if you can get, that's what we. Last year when I came in, they said, "Gosh, you're going to play a 3-4, and what's Aaron Donald? I mean, he's not going to be able to play a 3-4, So, but it was all matchups. You get him matched up on the right people, get him play position that he plays well, and that's the same thing with this guy. Brockers had a good year playing the way we played him. So, it's not what we have. It's not a certain way that we do everything. It's a certain matchup of how we do things, and that depends on our personnel, basically, their strengths, and then during game plan we match up even more. Say, hey, they've got a weakness here. We want to get Aaron on him, or we want to get Brockers on him, or we want to get Sue on this guy. Because of and they have different strengths.
Sure.
I mean, Sue obviously is a power guy. Aaron's not a finesse guy, but he probably has it all. But he's still certain matchups are better for him.
Certainly.
So we'll work that out when we get the players.
And when they came to you, whether it was Shawn or Les or whatever, said we think we can get Ndamukong Suh. What was your reaction? What was your first thought?
You kidding me? We looked at him. I mean, because you don't follow a guy just watching him all year, or I've seen him through the years on film when we look at other teams playing the team we're going to play, but I hadn't seen Miami's players that much, in the last couple of years. So we took a look at him, same as he's always been. He's a dominant player. So, yeah, I mean, obviously was all for it.
What about, obviously you guys have added a number of defensive pieces since the end of the season. Marcus Peters into the league, and now.
Yeah, we've lost some players too. I mean, I think people don't necessarily mention that we lost, Tremaine and Ogletree and Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
We brought in 3 players that are really good players, and we think that's the way to go. But we've lost some pretty good players too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think it's going to fit well for what we did.
So these guys are good schematic fits for what you like to do.
Well, they're upgrades. I mean, the 2 corners are we feel like are top corners, and we brought in an elite defensive lineman. That's better than our third guy for sure. So, we improved in those areas, just talent-wise. Now we got to make up some for those guys we missed. That's the next step.
Wait, just as far as locker room chemistry goes, these are some personalities, but
We're going to have some personalities.
Yeah, Shawn said you have more swag than all of
You're
them.
going to have personality.
Yeah, but how do you manage all those personalities?
Yeah, it's not managed though. Yeah, I don't manage players. I don't handle players. I just work with players. And they asked me the same thing when I went into Denver. So I want them to have personalities. A lot of them are really good because of their personalities. They're confident in themselves, but it's working with each individual. It's a person-to-person business. It's not a business where it's authoritarian. Where I say this and you all do that. I explain how we do things, why we're doing things, and get them to be a better. Let them know that I'm trying to get them better, even though they're a great player or average player or whatever. My job is to get them better as football players.
Wade, you talk about the pieces that you guys lost, 2 linemen. Is that something that now that position is something you think you can fill inside with like Sampson, or is it something you?
Well, we're going to look at everything we have. I mean, we still got the draft ahead of us, and whether we're through with free agency or not, that we may or may not be. I don't know. So, but
Is there
we still
anything-
have to replace. I mean, we still have on a 90-man roster. We still need 6 or 7 more linebackers. Just to fill out the roster. So the same thing with most positions that you have. I mean, because you go down to 53, now you're going to get back to 90 somehow, and you only get 7 draft picks or 6 or whatever. So free agency and getting the rookie free agents and those kind of things are going to fill in the roster.
How would you describe where you guys are at linebacker right now without those other 6 pieces?
Well, I mean, we feel like we've got some answers for it, but we're not where we need to be yet. But I think we will be after the draft and after everything. When we get our 90-man roster, I think we'll feel comfortable about where we are in those positions.
Seemed like the one trait that all the guys you added on defense have is that they're all aggressive. Do you feel like this defense has gotten significantly more aggressive?
Defensive players are naturally aggressive. That's what you want. We play aggressive style defense anyway, so I think it always helps to have those kind of guys. I mean, that's the way they want to play. Is aggressive, not over aggressive, just aggressive.
Can you coach that?
Couple more guys.
Can I coach it?
Can you coach aggressiveness?
Well, some of it's natural, but I think you can coach effort. And we coach effort too. Effort's a skill too, along with the other skills. So we coach that.
Do you think there were times during Don McKinnon's career where he's been maybe overly aggressive?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I know everybody remembers the one deal, but watching him play last year, he played really good. And I don't think he had any penalties that I could that we all saw on film. We don't want after the play penalties, no matter who you are. It's not necessarily him; it's anybody. And they'll know that. They know that. I'll address that with all our team, all our defensive players. So that's the way we approach things.
How much is having the rush that you have now on the interior help kind of quell any concerns about maybe the outside rush? It seems like you have a lot of manpower on the inside and maybe a little thinner on the edge.
Yeah, I mean, the hardest to get is an inside rusher, that to be effective. And, we got probably the best guy in the league last year, certainly the best guy in the league last year. So that inside pressure is hard to get. And that made us successful overall, I think. Getting the quarterback to move, now the outside people are game from that. But when they step up in the pocket on you, the real good ones, the big time quarterbacks step up, they're going to make plays on you. So it's a real bonus to have the kind of guy that we got in the middle.
Wait, from your perspective, how did these 3 acquisitions on your defense, these 3 Pro Bowl acquisitions, come about? I know less than say you guys looked at areas you wanted to improve upon, address, and then Kansas City calls them. I guess that's the first domino that falls. So from your perspective, how did it all unfold?
How did it unfold? I don't know. I mean, we weren't expecting to get the guy that led the league the last 3 years in interceptions, I wasn't expecting to get somebody like that, or Dominican Sue, or to leave. Les did a great job of that, and we didn't. We traded for guys. We didn't even get them as free agents. So.
Do they come to you and say, "We can get this guy," and you say, "Yes, just yes"? Is that kind of what it was like?
Well, they come to me and say, "Hey, we got this guy," and I said, "You guys did a hell of a job." I appreciate it. Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't say the last one. Well, I know we're talking a lot about pressure, but run defense. Sue's always been one of the better run stuffers.
Yeah, he's a great run player.
What about now having these 3 guys with their skill set, just in terms of being able to maybe alleviate some of the issues in inside linebacker by being able to stop the run.
Yeah, these guys, it's going to be hard to run on this defense. When you got, well, you look at 4-3 defenses that are hard to run on. It's because the two tackles are stuffing everything inside. Now you got 3 of them that stuff everything inside. So, you know, you force them to try to get outside on you. And we got a lot of speed on our defense, so it should help us. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
bet.
man.